how to remove your manifestation blocks. This is why I've created this, because you have impressed the subconscious with a new version of yourself. In this video, I want to talk about something that I learned in prison and something that I had to overcome from my previous life before going to prison, and something that has put a staple in my personality or my ability to manifest and create now whatever I want and be able to sustain those things. And this is instant gratification. I want to hit on instant gratification and how that relates to dopamine detox and all these other things. But it's something that I learned in prison, because what I was doing before I went to prison, what made me unhappy and what made my life a disaster, was instant gratification, whether that's from social media or ice cream or unhealthy foods or alcohol or drugs or any of these things that give you this instant good feeling as soon as you do them. They're easy to do and they give you this great feeling. Those are the things you have to maneuver around. You cannot let yourself indulge and abuse these types of things. Anything that is easy to do that makes you feel good is going to destroy your mind. It's going to make you, the muscle of your mind, very, very lazy. And it's going to train you, it's going to train your mind to not be able to do anything that's difficult. Because the key to success is doing difficult tasks that you enjoy doing. But if you train your mind for instant gratification, where you're doing simple things and you're getting this big reward, as soon as you lean towards something that's a little bit difficult and you're not getting an instant reward, your mind's going to completely shut down. Like, for example, like say that you're doing instant gratification for 10 hours a day for 6 months. Then all of a sudden you pick up a book and you start to read a book. Your mind's going to shut down and you're going to start feeling really, really sleepy. Has that ever happened to you when you pick up a book or you pick up the Bible or try to do anything that's not giving you instant gratification? All of a sudden your mind just wants to go to sleep. You know, I've felt that before. I know that because I have gone through that. When I first went to prison, after all the instant gratification that I went through my entire life, what destroyed my mind and hindered my ability to change my concept of myself and be able to conquer hard tasks was instant gratification. And when I first went to prison, I remember reading books, how difficult it was. My mind didn't even want to extract the information from the paragraphs. I had to read them over and over and over again, and then I'd get tired. Then I'd put it down, then I'd fall asleep, and then I have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, doing all these different exercises to wake my mind back up. That way I could do difficult tasks now and actually enjoy doing difficult tasks, because that's what instant gratification does to your mind. It trains your mind not to be able to do difficult tasks. And when you do difficult tasks, you're absolutely going to hate them. You're going to hate everything about it, and you're going to try to maneuver around it as much as you want. And it doesn't matter what somebody tells you. Be like, you got to do this. Your mind is gonna trick you. Your ego is gonna trick you at this point. It's gonna be like, no, we don't need to do that. We're happy over here with our social media or our alcohol or drugs. We're doing just fine. And until you break free from all of this instant gratification, your brain's going to keep tricking you to think that this is the okay thing to do. But really, it's destroying your life. It's destroying your ability to manifest the world that you want, the life that you want. When you can start avoiding instant gratification and start leaning towards things that are more difficult and retraining your mind to do difficult tasks, eventually your mind's going to be trained to do difficult tasks. And then you're going to be able to do them very easily because you're getting a reward later. And your mind's you're retraining your mind, kind of like training a dog. You're training your mind just like a dog to do hard tasks that it's going to get a reward for later. It's the instant. Delayed gratification is what you want to train your mind to be able to do. And then you start manifesting. And then you start visualizing. And your mind, then you are capable of actually manifesting something great to come into your life. And you're going to be able to enjoy your new life and your new manifestations and your new concept of yourself and everything in your life. You're now going to be able to enjoy that because now your emotional state is much more steady and balanced and consistent, and not the first thing that comes into your life that's difficult is going to throw you off. It's not going to throw you off balance anymore and change your feeling states when you're trying to create things. Because if you're constantly with instant gratification, your emotional level can't handle any obstacle that comes to you. So it's blocking your manifestations from coming to you. And that's another really big part of instant gratification, is that it's blocking your manifestations from being created into your world. Because if your emotional levels can't sustain something difficult coming into your life and you're not able to do those difficult tasks, your feeling states are going to be thrown off really, really easy. And you're not going to be able to sustain a feeling state, whether you're affirming, scripting, or visualizing. These things are going to throw you off. And sometimes when you're imagining something and you're creating something to happen in your life, it's going to require you to do some hard things. And if you're not able to do those hard things, then the subconscious mind knows what you're capable of doing. So the subconscious mind can be like, wait a minute, this person, you're visualizing this to happen, but you're not able to do anything because you're hooked on instant gratification. And there's no way you can do that. But like in my case, me visualizing something really, really big and me having all these things tricked the subconscious mind into believing that I was that person. And then it sent me to a place where I was going to be taken away from all that. And that brings me to my next point and why I created this channel is to influence people and help people manifest things and not have to go through the things that I went through. So I'm going to try to teach everyone what I learned and me manifesting large things and then changing my concept of myself in the state that I was in where I had instant gratification all the time. The subconscious mind says, okay, he wants to be this multimillionaire that has all these things and is happy all the time, but yet he's instant gratification. So we got to take him away from all of these things. So we're going to create this event to happen to where he has to go to prison for a certain amount of time in order to grow his concept of himself, in order to get away from all the instant gratification and learn how to do difficult tasks that are delayed gratification, that delay his gratification, to teach him how to create something and sustain something and develop the muscle of his mind to be able to be the person that he's imagining himself to be. But if you want to do this, a shortcut to this is to get rid of your instant gratification things, whatever that is. It's okay to use social media every now and then. It's okay to drink every now and then. It's okay to eat unhealthy every now and then, but do not abuse any of these things. So if you're using social media for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day, stop. If you're drinking every day, stop. If you're eating unhealthy every day, stop right now. And remember that instant gratification can come from all sorts of different things, like anything that is very easy to do that makes you feel good. Anything that is easy to do and makes you feel good is instant gratification. This is training your mind to fail. It is training your mind to be weak and to fail when manifesting anything into your life. And if you find it hard to script or affirm or to visualize, it's because your mind has been trained for instant gratification. When you're visualizing something or you're affirming something, you're not getting an instant reward from those things, and they may be difficult to do. To remind yourself to affirm this, to remind yourself to script, to remind yourself you need to visualize as you're falling asleep. These things are going to be difficult for you if your mind is trained for instant gratification. But if you retrain your mind, these things become easy. You'll be able to affirm all day long. Instead of going on social media and allowing something to make you happy like instantly that doesn't do anything for you for your future, you're going to be able to do all these other things. When you train your mind to do difficult things, which scripting and affirming and visualizing sometimes can be difficult to do because you're training and it's a habit and you actually have to do something. Once you retrain your mind for delayed gratification rather than instant gratification, these things, manifesting is going to become very, very simple for you. And all the things in your life that you've been wanting to do, all the things that you've been wanting to do that have been too difficult for you, you're like, no, I can't do that. I'm not good enough for that. I don't believe in myself. All of these things, as soon as you change your mind, retrain it for delayed gratification and doing difficult tasks and making those things easy, you're going to be able to complete and conquer any task in your world. And eventually, you're going to be able to enjoy doing these hard things. And you're going to look back on your life in the past and you're not even going to recognize that person. You're not even going to recognize that person that you are. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of you watching this have probably impressed the subconscious mind with a new version of yourself. So this has created this video for me to tell you how to remove your manifestation blocks. This is why I've created this, because you have impressed the subconscious with a new version of yourself and you need to stay away from instant gratification. So start doing that today. I'm challenging you to start limiting yourself. So if every day you're using social media for 2 hours, limit it to 1. Just bring it down and have one day where you don't use it at all. Pick up a book, start meditating, doing these things that are separating you from instant gratification. Go to delayed gratification, which is meditation, which is exercise, which is reading books, or anything that is difficult to do, but it's going to give you a reward for your future self. Anything that is difficult to do right now, but you know that it's going to give you something great in your future self. So that is your challenge. That's what I want to do. So start that today. All right, guys, I love you. That's the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to give me one thing you guys are grateful for in the comments box below.